Um, yeah, you could label it solving equations again. Or more solving equations. So, what I want to do is go through some more examples of just some different kinds of equations that you might see. So I'm going to list some steps. And these steps are not necessarily rules. This is just usually how we do this. Usually the first thing we want to do is clear fractions. So if we have fractions in our problem, we want to try to get rid of those first, usually. The second step we usually do is distribute. And by distribute, what we mean is if we had something like this, we're going to distribute the 3, and we get 3x plus 6. So I do the little things up there to remind me I'm multiplying that 3 by x and by 2. So that's what we mean by distribute. The next step, usually that we do, is combine like terms. And this is on the same side. So if we had something like 2x plus 3x, we'd combine that and make it 5x. 2x's and 3x's give us 5x's. But that's what we mean by combining like terms. Our next step, usually, is undo addition and subtraction. So we're kind of going in the opposite order of PEMDAS, or we're undoing PEMDAS. And then the last step, usually, is to undo multiplication and division. So this is what we did on our practice problem this morning. We undid the subtraction, and then we undid the division. So these are just steps that we take when we have different kinds of equations. So I want to go through some examples of those different kinds of equations. But still the goal is to get x, get whatever the variable is, by itself. So let's look at these. So I have 8x plus 5 minus 6x equals 25. Well, I don't have any fractions. That's good. I don't have any parentheses where I might need to distribute. That's good. Do I have some like terms? Yeah, I have this 8x and this minus 6x. So let's combine those. 8x minus 6x is 2x. So I have 2x, still a plus 5, equals 25. All right, this looks more like what we've been doing. So what do we want to undo first? We want to do the plus 5. We want to go to kind of the opposite order of PEMDAS. So I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And the line helps us remember to subtract from both sides of the equal. So we're going to subtract 5 on either side of the line. Well, 5 minus 5 is 0. Those go away. The 2x comes down. 25 minus 5 is 20. Now we're almost done. What do we do next? How do we get rid of this 2?
Divide by 2.
We divide by 2. Well, the 2's go away, and I get x equals 20 divided by 2 is 10. So the only thing we added here today, for this particular problem, is we had the like terms that we had to combine. And we could check our work if we wanted. 8 times 10 plus 5 minus 6 times 10 is 80 plus 5 minus 60. Well, 85 minus 60 is 25. And our work checks out. Did you have a question?
Yeah, is there any reason that once you get to 20 equals 2x to not just divide 20 by 2?
That's what we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we divided both sides by 2. So you're kind of thinking of it without thinking of the formal math step. You just, we just divide by 2. That's what we did. We're just kind of being a little more mathy with it. Okay? All right, let's look at another one. 2 times 2 plus 4z equals 85. And we are trying to get z by itself here. That's the thing that we don't know. Well, we have these parentheses. So what could we do here? We can distribute. I'm going to distribute that 2 into the parentheses, and I get 4 plus 8z equals 85. That's a z, yes. This is a z. Yeah, we're trying to get z by itself. Well, now we know what to do, right? What do we undo first? We undo the 4. And how do we get rid of this 4 from the left-hand side? We want to subtract from both sides. Those go away. The 8z comes down. And that equals 85 minus 4 is 81. And my last step, divide by 8, because this is multiplication. Those go away, and I get z equals 81 eighths. And you could plug that in your calculator and get a decimal, but 81 eighths is fine for an answer. Sometimes you get a fraction. So we don't want to be afraid of fractions. Questions so far? Okay, I want to give you a couple to practice with. Were you not done writing? Yeah. I can go back. There you go. All right, I have a question. What's in here? What is it? Oh.
What do you mean? You sound so disappointed.
I'm sorry I asked. I'm very picky about coffee.
What do you like?
The only thing that goes in coffee is more coffee.
Black coffee?
Black coffee.
Okay.
I have a coffee mug that says, "I like my coffee black, like my heart."
Yeah.
Did you see my coffee cup?
That's kind of a cool coffee.
Do you see what it says on the front? Student tears. All right, are we set? Okay. So there's one. I just want us to work on this one first, and then I'll put another one up. So let's work on this one. And you can talk to people around you. If you need help, you can ask for help, and I can help. And this one's interesting because we can do this one in kind of a different way too. So because the rules, I said, usually, this is one of those times where the usually comes in. You could start by distributing, yes.
I don't get really how that works.
It's multiplication. You want to multiply the 5 by both things. So that's why I draw this little arrow. Or the little, people say, oh, we're going fishing. Multiply the 5 by 2x and the 5 by 3. Uh-huh.
If it's a really big fraction or decimal, you'd rather do a decimal.
Right now I don't care. Either way. Either or, yeah. This one does turn out to be a fraction. This one turns out to be a fraction or a decimal. Just so everyone knows. And that's okay. Yes? Could you do what? Usually we reduce that. All right, do we get it? Oh. All right, so what's our first step here? We can distribute here. So I drew the picture up here. So 5 times 2x is 10x, and 5 times 3 is 15, and we still have equals 20. Well, now this looks more familiar, right? What's our first step? Subtract 15. These go away. The 10x comes down. 20 minus 15 is 5. Now I've got to get rid of this 10. So we divide. Those go away, and I get x equals 5 over 10. If we reduce this fraction, I can divide everything by 5, which is 1/2, or 0.5 if you plugged it in your calculator. Yes?
Do you get a mark if you reduce the fraction?
No, I'm not going to be super picky about that.
Okay.
All right, I want to show you one more example where we have to clear some fractions. And then I want to give you a little bit of time to work. All right, so this one we have fractions all over the place. So, listen up. What we want to do here is clear our fractions. And we're going to clear the fractions by multiplying by a common denominator. So what would be a common denominator? What's a number that 3, 5, and 15 all go into evenly? Yes? 15. Our common denominator is 15. So we're going to multiply everything, each thing, by 15 to clear the fractions. So I'm going to multiply this by 15, this by 15, and this by 15. And I remember that when we multiply fractions, we multiply straight across. So I can write this as 15 times 2, which is 30, divided by 1 times 3, plus 15 times 3 is 45m, divided by 5, And here, this 15s go away. So I multiplied these fractions straight across. Well, what's 30 divided by 3? 10. What's 45 divided by 5? 9. Very nice. That looks better, doesn't it? Than this problem? This looks way better. Now what do we do? Subtract 10. Very nice. Those go away. I get 9m equals 31 minus 10. 21. Oh, we get fractions again. Oh. Divide by 9. And m equals 21 ninths. I could reduce this fraction, divide everything by 3. So that's 7 thirds. Or we could plug this into our calculator and say it's about 2.33. So to clear the fractions, we're going to multiply everything by a common denominator. That's our step to clear fractions. All right, so any questions about these, not new, but just different kinds of equations that we're talking about solving today? We're just doing the same steps that we did before. We're just adding a couple little things that we might have to do first. Nothing different. It's just we're expanding. We're expanding our knowledge of solving equations, which is what algebra is kind of about, all in all. Okay. Our homework for the weekend is just from the book, and it's just one thing. Page 98, number 10 through 52, every other even. That means 10, skip 12, 14, skip 16, 18, skip 20, 22, etc. And then we're also going to do number 54, 56, 57, 58. And that is our homework. And we have a little bit of time to work, about 10 minutes, so you can get a good chunk of this done in class. 10 minutes. Here, let me give you one of these.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. My other piece of homework, it was laying on my desk.
Oh, okay.
I forgot to put it in the folder.
Okay, I'll put it in there for you.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Does this cost that
10:20. I'm pretty sure. Let me give you one of these. Those are the ones for people to check on. Thank you.
Can I
Yes. You want to check one out? Okay.
Can I just
Yes.
I kind of want to check one out.
Okay, so let me trade this in. Will you two grab one of those? And you want to borrow one? So, I need the book number, which is up here on top. I can tell him. And then I just need this other information. The replacement cost is $75. And then I need the slip of paper back. Thank you.
I forgot to put this in my
Is your name on top? Put your name so I can get it in your folder. Alright, so for taking one out, I need the number up here on the top. Here. And then all this other